Hey learners, welcome to Ahmad Coaching and I'm your teacher Dr. Anam. Today we are going to talk about Nastic movements in plants. First of all, what Nastic word is. Nastic word comes from Greek word which means pressed together or firm. So in plants, when Nastic movements happen, they are non-directional movements. When you say non-directional, it means that this movement can happen in any direction irrespective of the stimulus. No matter from where the external stimulus is coming, the movement of the plant is going to be non-directional, or they can move from one direction to any direction. For example, the light is coming from this direction. The movement of plant can either be to this direction, or even in the opposite direction of the light. Because this is a non-directional movement, that is why we call this kind of movement as Nastic movements. The other stimuli, they might be temperature, touch, or chemicals. Now the question comes, why it is named as Nastic, which means pressed together or firm. When the plants they move, their tissues they are being pressed or squeezed into a new position. Because of this, these movements they are called Nastic movements. So 2 points which you need to remember is that Nastic movements they are non-directional movements. It means that they have no particular direction. They can be happen in any direction, which could be opposite to external stimuli or which could be in the direction of stimuli as well. And as a result, the shape of the plant tissue is changed or a new position is formed, which could be pressed or in a squeezed form. As you can see in this diagram, this Venus plant, in response to the stimuli, is changing its position and it is squeezed into a new position. So that is why we are calling that this movement is Nastic movement. These movements they are usually rapid, as you can see how quickly the plant closes its leaf. These are reversible. It means that they can go back to their original position, making them easy to observe in everyday plant behavior. So if you observe in your everyday, you can observe these movements which plants they are performing. In case of Nastic movements, they generally occur due to two reasons. Either it is a change in the turgor pressure. Turgor means water pressure. So water movement in or out of the cell, they can cause swelling or shrinking, leading to the movement which is very common in plants. So if there is a plant cell and the water moves in, it means that turgor pressure is going to increase, resulting in the swelling of cell. But if the water is moving out of the cell, the turgor pressure is going to decrease, which will result in the shrinking of the cell. And this shrinking and swelling is visible to eye. That is why we call it Nastic movements. The other reason behind the Nastic movement is the differential growth. Differential growth means that unequal growth on either side of a plant organ can happen, which can cause bending. This is usually slower and irreversible. For example, if we have a green stem, for example, and then due to some reason the cell growth started to occur here, but there is no cell growth at this side, it means because of the cell mass here, the stem is going to bend to this side. So this is also Nastic movement which happen because of the differential growth or unequal growth rate or unequal number of cells on both sides of the stem. Usually this is irreversible because it cannot go back, but it is, and also it is a slow response because cells needs to grow. Coming towards the types of Nastic movements, there are two types of Nastic movements. One is Nyctinasty and the other one is Haptonastic. Nyctinastic is also known as sleep movements, which refer to the rhythmic movements of leaves or petals in response to day-night cycle, which leads to differential growth. So it comes because of the rhythm. For example, in the morning there is huge amount of sunlight, which results in the opening of stomata. But in the night, when the light intensity decreased, this stomata it will close. So this rhythmic movement which is associated with night, day or night cycle, these are known as nictinastic movements. Similarly, legumes leaves folding at night and opening during the day is another example of nictinasty. The nictinastic movements in plants, they are divided into two forms. One is photonastic, the other one is thermonastic. First of all, photonastic. Nasty means the same, that it is going to be squeezed or firm, but this firmness is coming because of the photo or light. So the movement of plant cells because of the light is known as photonasty. One thing is very important here is that when you talk about photonast, you're not talking about the direction of the light, but you are talking about the intensity of the light. For example, in the morning, the light intensity is very high because of the sun, but in the night, the light intensity decreases because there is no sun. So because of this change in the intensity of light, these movements are occurring in the plants. For example, opening of flowers like tulips in the daylight. Here you can see this leaf, it's bending down when the light intensity decreased, but it is moving up when the light intensity is increasing. So this shows that the movement of plant cells or the leaves is associated with photonasty. Now, what is the benefit of photonasty? Photonasty enhances pollination efficiency. When the flowers they are open in the daylight, it can help in the spread of their anthers through insects, wind, or any other medium. As well as these photonasties, they protect reproductive structure. During the night, the petals when they closes, they are going to cover the anther as well as ovary, and then they are going to protect it. Coming towards thermonasty, which is another type of nictinasty movement. Again, nasty mean the non-directional movement resulting in the squeeze or firm structure of plant, but this movement is happening because of thermo or temperature. So any change in the temperature results in the movement of plant cell is associated with thermonasty. For example, the flowers of tulips they closes at night due to low temperature, leading to rapid growth on the lower sides by upward and inward bending of petal. So you must be thinking that okay, photonasty and thermonasty aren't they same? No, photonasty we said that this is the intensity of light, but when it comes to the thermonasty, it's the temperature. For example, during the day, because of the sun is here, the temperature might go to 40 degrees Celsius. But in the night when there is no sun, this temperature it might drop to around 15 degrees Celsius. So this change in temperature results in the thermonasty movements in plants. Because of this, the tulip flowers they are going to close their petals because there is this unequal growth happening. But how this thermonasty movement helping the plants? These helps plant to adapt to seasonal and daily temperature variation, which is very important to protect the plant cells from dehydration. Here you can see this is mimosa plant. As soon as it is touched with the flame, here you can see there is this movement of leaf happening so that it can protect its leaf from dehydration. Now, the next type of nastic movement is haptonastic. The haptonastic movements occur because of the contact or touch. It is caused by rapid change in turgor pressure within the specialized cell. So, as far as we can see, the nictinasty movements they were because of the differential growth or unequal growth of cells, while haptonastic movement is occurring because of the change in turgor pressure within the specialized cells. This type of movement is common in carnivorous plants that rely on small insects such as Venus flytrap or sundew, and this reaction often involves closing trap leaves or curling tentacles to capture their prey. The haptonastic movements, they are divided into two forms. One is chemonastic, the other one is thigmonastic. Chemonastic, again, the nastic movements, they are non-directional and resulting in the firmness or change in the structure of plant tissue, and this change is happening because of chemo or chemicals. So these movements, they are triggered by chemical stimulus or nutrient changes. For example, the movement of tentacles of sundew or doracia plant when nitrogenous compounds from insects, they are detected. Here you can see this is sundew plant. So as soon as insect is going to land on this plant, there is going to be change in the nitrogenous composition, and as soon as that change will happen, these leaves, they are going to bend on the insects and going to trap the insect. This type of movement is very important because it helps in the nutrient acquisition in insectivorous plants. It means that plants, they can get their nutrients through this type of movement. Once this insect is trapped inside the leaves of the sundew is going to digest this insect and going to take all the nutrients present in the insect and going to use that for its own growth. Now coming towards the thigmonasty, again nasty word means the same thing, but here thigmo means touch or vibration. So these movements, they are occurring in response to touch or vibrations. For example, when you touch the plant called touch me not or mimosa plant, you can see it instantly closes its leaf, and this is because of thigmonasty. Similarly, here you can see the Venus flytrap. As soon as the insects land on its leaf, it's going to close its leaves or going to snap shut it so that it can have this plant for its own food. It is also a protective mechanism, and it involves water movements in specialized cells to quickly change the shape of leaf. The key points is the nastic movements, they are non-directional movements. They are going to change the shape of the plant. They are of two types. They might occur because of the differential growth, or they might occur due to turgor pressure changes. The only purpose of these movements is to survive as well as to get food to survive. So that was all about nastic movements in plants. If you have any question related to this topic, just let me know in the comment section, or if you wanted to learn about any other topic, also let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, like it and share it with your friends, and I will see you in the next video.